You know, I don't know if it's just coincidence, but I think Snoot's been spawning north every time, and Targa's been on the south every single game so far.
Except last game.
Yeah, okay, you know what? You're right. Never mind. I'm so dumb. All right, guys. Here we are. Game number 4 underway. This is for the Norwegian StarLeague Grand Finals. I want to thank you all for tuning in. This is a match that was delayed for almost half a year, if not longer, but it's finally getting played out here in 2014. I am Rifkin, joined today by Zombie Grub, and we'll see if there's any more shenanigans, but for now, we got no early pool. So spawning in the top left corner of the map, play for Team Liquid. It's going to be the Red Zerg player, currently up 2-1 in this best of 7. It's Liquid Snute.
And in the bottom right, as the blue Zerg, it is Targa.
And again, like, at this point, even if Snute went like 4-1, I could only have like respect for Targa. I've not seen a Zerg player play so incredibly well while losing. I mean, that last game is kind of like, even though it kind of eventually snowballed once that first Spinecrawler got thrown down, up to that point though, it was pretty hectic. And every game so far has kind of been like that. I'm really excited to see if that's going to continue through the rest of the series or not. Aklon Waste, though, another bit of an old school map. One that some of you may have forgotten. This one I really don't feel this one was a big influence on ZVZ, though. Just kind of the third base at most. But even then, I think a lot of Zerg players said, screw it, I'll just take the one to the north.
Well, this map's only special in ZVZ because it has such a wide ramp. So sometimes you would see a lot of 2 base, like 515 Ling Bling attacks, like a lot of them. But other than that, there's nothing too special about a ZVZ.
Yeah, I mean, it's like ZVT, Terran players would have to take that safe base, right? Or, you know, sometimes they'd go be really ballsy here. But for Zerg, it's not, it's kind of like whatever your preference is, you'll get away with, which is kind of nice, I guess, but... Snute is taking the earlier gases at the moment, but again, this wasn't an early pool, and we'll see if he decides to go for some sort of crazy all-in. Normally I would say I wouldn't expect that, but with the way this has been playing out, if Snute went for like a 2-base Ling all-in, I wouldn't be upset.
He just might. I mean, he is going to go for the you know, fairly early gas. It's going to have speed pretty fast here. And
yeah, it's about whether he pulls these drones off or not is going to be really key. Like if he keeps mining, then it's probably not going to be the Lings.
Yeah, it really is. It usually comes down to the first larva pop, but or I guess the second one now they did it in 15 hash. But anyways, we'll wait and see what comes out of the larva in the next minute and a half, exactly. Targa does have a pretty good, you know, larva lead because he got that second hatch up so fast.
Yeah, it's weird to consider that too, because a lot of the times in early ZV anything, you usually don't have the money to actually like make use of a larva lead. As weird as that is to consider, but yeah, with that extra hatchery, or with the hatchery being out a little bit quicker, you're absolutely correct. We'll see if that actually comes into heavy influence or not, though. Of course, right now both players are on their way to metabolic boost, and the time on it is so insignificantly different.
Yeah, it's really. Because the thing is that it would only be significant if Targa moved out with a lot of Lings without speed, and Zerg players have gotten really good about not doing that, so it doesn't really ever play a part. Both players are going to go and get a Baneling Nest. Targa's just a little bit faster, but again, not really important. Targa says sweet to the lag, I guess. Some sweet lag, bro.
Yeah, there are quite a few observers in here. I don't know where everybody's from. This isn't the usual like Zotac crew where I'm like, okay, it's Mari from Germany, it's Emil from Poland, it's Yogo from Millennium. You know, like, just kind of with Aussie.
It's Oz.
Aussie. Aussie out. Aussie out. Oh, while we actually have a bit of a lull in the game, guys, small shout out to Tossa-kun. Just subscribe to the channel. Thank you for being our subscriber here at BaseTradeTV. Everyone make sure you give him a Tasia clap round of applause. But more importantly than that, that means we're not going to play any more ads out for the rest of the cast. So unless something terrible happens to poor Tossa-kun and his subscription doesn't count for some reason, I thank you very much for that, sir. But Ozzy, I don't know what they're saying. I hope that doesn't mean like he's the streamer for the Norwegian.
I'm pretty sure that means it is the he's the streamer for that stream.
Oof, that sucks.
So I guess we're gonna try and give him some like time to sort it out.
Yeah, maybe it's just connection acting up. Well, let's take a step and actually talk again. We haven't given proper respect, guys. Some love to the sponsors about this. Again, the other one that I didn't talk about before, SC2.no is Norway's biggest StarCraft 2 website and community. Whether you want to read up on the latest international or Norwegian esports news, watch other players playing, or just discuss strategy, SC2.no is the place to go. The other two sponsors, of course, it's not just today, guys, that these guys are sponsoring. It was the entire season. And we still got the lag going on. SC2 BTC is, of course, the SC2 Bitcoin community. Some people have really become intrigued in Bitcoins recently. They've become a huge influence on the gaming universe, of course. We've had Bitcoin show matches. You all remember Total Biscuits, Naniwao versus Scarlet, insane show match series. Bitcoins have influenced that, and that's kind of what this is about. And lastly, but not leastly, iParty Norwich, event organizers for, I guess, a lot of Norwegian events. So you guys can check them out, and if nothing else, hit them up on Twitter if you're feeling generous, and just thank them for hosting the season, much less these fantastic final best of 7 games we're watching.
Well, I guess that was all the lag, so he was kind enough to leave. Unfortunately, that means that I guess there's no stream for them, but hopefully get the fix next.
Well, I was gonna say, if someone in our chat wants to be kind of go to their chat and tell them they can restream us, they totally have permission to do that. Like, if that helps things. But anyways, Targa just made 20 lings, guys, and he's got a lot to do with. Snute, unfortunately, only saw about 7 of them because the other ones popped. Like, literally, Snute went up to the top of the ramp. So I don't know if he knows this is gonna be like this crazy all-in coming out of Targa or not. And he's making a couple banelings offensively, but I mean, this is only a couple of banelings.
He's taking a lot of lings, though. He's also getting a Roach Warren, so he could have just been he could be prepping for an all-in of his own, which is gonna also work out defensively. Kind of weird to think about, but it does.
Only in ZVZ, man. But that's a hell of a lot of banelings coming at the bottom of the ramp from Targa. Now, Snute actually is in range of 1 on the ramp? That Spine Crawler has some sick range. But this is going to take some intense splitting on both ends. Not just for Targa, but for Snute as well to make sure he gets the perfect connect, which he just did.
That was a bit of a waste for that one. Oh, if he had one of the baneling, that could have been so great. But he might just hold anyways. He's got to split.
Drones.
Drones.
He splits them. A lot of these drones have like 1 health, but a big cluster in the north go down. Knocks Snute down a peg, to say the least. Down to 21 workers to 35 of Targa. But again, Targa dedicated so much to this attack. We'll see if the 17 drones end up being worth it here in the end. Of course, Snute does have his roaches out, so further banelings are really going to be a non-issue. Whether they body block and soak the hits, or whether they use their ranged attack to focus them down, Targa's going to be very hard-pressed to use banelings anymore.
Well, Targa's really afraid of a counterattack. I mean, you see roaches and banelings at this time, you're like, oh, he's probably going to attack me. So he throws up 3 spine crawlers. I think this is that first game he threw up spine crawlers and it didn't really help him because he was already behind. But this time, this is actually what I would say, is a really good decision. Now, Snute's not going to attack. He did immediately start droning up again. Some players might have said, F it. Let me just make nothing but roaches and banelings and try and, even it up or even win the game. But not Snute here. Just trying to come back in the macro game. And we'll see how that works out. He's going to actually get even as Targa has stopped the drones at 44.
Well, Snute actually, ironically, for the first time ever, actually gets a layer timing throughout this whole best of 7 series. As that ling unfortunately went down, but he did see the layer on the way, which was really key. And he saw the Roach Warren, more importantly, on top of this. So if he can get back there for another run by, scout the gas timings, like eliminate the possibility of this being Mutalisks, then he'll know that Targa's investing in the Roaches, that the +1 weapon attack is on the way.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty much sure, but always getting confirmation is really, really good. Now, I think Targa did see that third go up. Actually, he gets his own third, so it's going to be even on that. So the lings do get in here. That's enough to take down a drone.
The queen, yeah, but the queen should be able to defend here in the end. Yeah.
Come drone. Look at that.
Woo! 17-18, baby. Now, actually, he has successfully snuck in some banelings here. Snute is still rallied. Nope. I think he thinks these are the last 3. He's cleaning these ones up, and Targa may just finally get his sneaky tactics off this game.
Well, the roaches should be there. Oh my god, no. There was 5 banelings. There's 5 lings that went to your base, Snute. No.
Oh, Targa.
He's gonna wait to make sure that
he has to wait,
away, but oh my god.
This could take out easily half the drones. I mean, it's oh boy. Back at home, Targa's actually ready for any sort of counterattack, though. I mean, you talked a little bit earlier how he's a little bit paranoid. 3 spine crawlers, a ton of roaches. He's set. He's good to go. But it's not like Snute's moving out anytime soon. So these may just end up being wasted minerals here in the early game.
Maybe Snute just skyrocketed ahead in terms of drones, but the banelings going in. Duh, that's a nice chunk.
18 to 27 workers killed in that one hit. Snute cannot be happy about that, but he still maintains a worker lead. Again, the big thing about Snute is he drones like crazy. He's got 8 more already on the way.
Look at the drone count, but look at the army count. That's a little different. 25 to 75. Targa is producing nothing but roaches and Snute. Oh god, Snute, going into infestors is not gonna help you here, bro.
I don't think Snute knows about this. He's making some spine colors now, but 4, 5, hell, 10 spine colors doesn't make up the difference of having no roaches out.
Yeah, okay, so he does know that attack is coming, or at least, you know what, actually, Rip isn't for sure, but, you know,
the Overlord was going in to check, I think, now, and it's unfortunately going to miss all that. So this is a lot of roaches, guys. This is 30 roaches to 8 at the moment. Snoot's got a couple of spine colors on the way, but the Banelings will make quick work of that. This could be it. Like, I don't even know what to say beyond that. Like, this could be it.
I really cannot see Snute holding this. Like, oh my god. And the Banelings going first and take down any of the spine colors at all. Oh, wow. That is not a lot of roaches.
Well, he's kept the Banelings in the back. I actually really like this. Because now they just walk past everything. Even going off on a roach, because I think he knows that he can.
Yeah.
This is probably game here, guys. He's got 13 roaches on the way, 17 on the way, but even then, they trickle out is the problem.
If Snute had like those 20-something roaches with the spawn crawlers, entirely a different story. But the fact that spawn crawlers are already down, it's GG.
Well, Targa brings it up now 2-2, guys. Team ass to mouth, bringing it home. It's a best of 7. You know the worst part? I was the one who said, like, we're not going to talk about that too much on the broadcast today, but it's a best of 7, so we still got more games to play out. Next map is going to be Cloud Kingdom. Bit of an oldie but a goodie, because it looks like